Alright guys, what a night we have here for Dynamite. Indeed a very big one. We have a lot going on tonight. Of course, it is the biggest week in AEW's history. It's still crazy to think about that this company just started a little over 3 years ago and it's already, breaking WrestleMania records. It's already going up there against the Titan that's been around for decades and decades and decades. AEW makes history this weekend, this Sunday with All In, and tonight it's gonna be entertaining its fans with their Dynamite show. Tonight we've got a big night, as you can see right here. The card looks pretty damn impressive, right? Does it not? We got Swerve Strickland, AR Fox, Darby Allin, Nick Wayne. We got the Elite versus Robinson and Guns. We got Aussie Open and Hardys for the ROH World Tag Team titles. Moxley is going to be going up against Phoenix. That's going to be a big one, right? We're going to be having Jack Perry, who will apparently be retiring the FTW titles. That's pretty big, is it not? Definitely is a big thing right there. We got Renee Young, who's going to be talking to MJF, as well as Adam Cole. Sky Blue is going to be here, and that's all that matters. But she's going to be fighting Ruby Soho. That's right. We got FTR Young Bucks in a face-to-face interview. And Chris Jericho, the guy who will actually be performing at All In, along with his band Fozzy, as well as wrestling against Will Ospreay. He's going to be doing the contract signing for All In. So all in all, we got a pretty good episode of Dynamite here tonight, guys. We got Clayton. Good to see my brother Ricky, David, Chris, James, my man. Good to see you. True is in the house. Great to see everybody. Run DMG. Much love to everybody, and seems like we are starting off with a banger. It seems to me that we're starting off the show right here with the Elite. The Elite are going to come out here, and they're going to be fighting Juice Robinson and the Guns, and that's going to be the first match of the night. Tony, it's good to see you. I acknowledge everybody. Great to see everybody. Clayton says, I'm coming here and talking WWE all night since you guys want to talk about AEW Criminal while WWE is on. Wait, you're talking about Clayton. Are you talking about Cash Wheeler? Is that what you're talking about? So Clayton here expressing, I believe, their opinion on how they feel about Cash Wheeler still being booked for All In, which is quite interesting, Clayton. I can respect that. Ricky, good to see you. David, good to see everybody. That's right. I hope you're all doing well and having a great week so far. And coming up next, Juice Robinson. That's right. But that's right, David mentioned it, and it's a very sad story. We have to talk about it. I just woke up to the news as well. I was asleep when this news first broke, but it's terrible news that Terry Funk is no longer here. It's very unfortunate, but Terry Funk, as you can see right here, guys, WWE legend Terry Funk has passed at the age of 79. So our prayers, of course, with Terry Funk's family, with his friends. It is absolutely devastating, and the news was first shared by Ric Flair himself. Good friend to Terry Funk. It's crazy. He says that in my entire life, I've never met a guy who worked harder. Terry Funk was a great wrestler, entertainer, unbelievably fearless, and a great friend. At 79 years old, Terry Funk, Hall of Famer. So prayers go out to the family of Funk. And right now, it's all chaos right here, ringside. That's right. R.I.P. Terry Funk. Indeed, guys. Indeed. Absolutely. And, that's right. It is, it's terrible. Terrible. Moments like these, just take some time, call your loved ones, give them a hug, let them know how much, they mean to you, let them know how much you love them. It's important. That's right, guys. And also take a look at, on WWE Network or Peacock, wherever you get your wrestling, take a look at some of the iconic Terry Funk matches. Pay tribute to him by thinking about and remembering him and the legacy that he leaves behind, because he definitely leaves a lot of it. And that's right, R.I.P. Terry Funk. Funk forever. Run DMG said it very well, brother. That's right. Tony, much love to you. We got Chris saying both Ruby Soho and Sky Blue are not going to have a match at All In. Yeah, it's hard to book everybody at All In, but the good thing is that we've got All Out right after All In, so that's pretty good. So All In seems like it's set to break the record that is currently held by All Out. And All Out to 2021 holds the record for the most buy-ins in AEW history. That's like the pay-per-view buys, right? Online pay-per-view buys or television pay-per-view buys combined. All Out holds that record from 2021. That's 205,000. But when it comes to All In, that's going to be happening this Sunday. They have sold over 90,000 pay-per-views on TV, as well as online. 90,000 only in America. That does not include the UK, Australia, or anywhere else outside of America. So, looking at the numbers, it is expected that it's most likely going to be surpassing All Out's numbers, which is pretty damn cool. Tony says, a happy 15th anniversary to Hikaru Shida. I like that, Tony. Love that. Tarek Funk was awesome being around, says Andy. Absolutely, bro. I even texted it to you as well, AJ. I see. Thanks for that, Andy. I was asleep, so, I literally woke up and got here. I just read the headline right before jumping on here. That's terrible. That's right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for sending me the messages about it. Gary, much love to you, Gary. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Referee down, says James. That's right. It's pure chaos. Wait a second. Of course, Takeshita comes in here. Of course, Takeshita comes in here. And, yep, Juice Robinson. Of course they're doing that. The Don Callis family is here. No surprise with that. No surprise. Nearly 8 decades in this crazy world. That's a blessing. R.I.P. That's right, true. Very well said. Crazy world indeed, guys. Very, very crazy world. Yeah, no doubt about it. ECW Chance, good to see everybody. Mr. Singh, good to see you. Andy says, I always had a blast going to Dory Funk Junior Wrestling School in Florida. Really? And many times of Terry Funk showing up helping Dory's students to become stars. That is incredible, Andy. And you hear these stories a lot, right? When I was talking to the students of the dungeon, they mentioned a lot about how you had to have the Hart family and their friends visit and help students become wrestlers, give them advice, and just be great people to be around. And that's was the kind of stories you heard from people back in the day. Nowadays you don't hear stories, but many stories like these. But back in the day when you had these wrestlers and legends running schools, you heard these stories. Now it's all about a more professional environment when they're trained in their WWE or AEW or OVW. It's more of a professional environment now. Back in the day, I believe, from what I hear, is you had more of a personal touch to it, with families being around, with friends being around. It's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Andy. And here we are now. Kenny Omega, the only guy in the ring. Takeshita had been taken out, sent to the ringside, and Kenny face to face with him. That's right. Ricky says, I'm hearing Tony Khan is making more matches for All In, but not a match made yet for All Out coming on. Come on, Tony, says Ricky. I'm pretty sure the focus right now is All In, my brother Ricky. After all, we're talking 90,000 strong. We're talking the biggest pay-per-view in All Elite Wrestling history. So he's going all out for All In, and I'm pretty sure All Out will be just fine. We're going to be possibly getting some rematches, I guess. Some fallout. It's going to be interesting. They have already had made several matches for All Out, says James. There you go. And we got True says, quit complaining, all of the talent can be in the All In card. Yeah, I agree with that. And, it's taking Sky Blue into account. Sure, she's great, in the ring. It's great to watch her matches. I'm a fan, but I understand that she's still kind of new. So it'll take some time. Maybe next year she's going to be at All In. This time, All Out. That's okay. Now we are here with Renee, who looks great, sitting down with MJF. Let's listen in, shall we? Good to see you, Mr. K9. Yes, Cash Wheeler is out. Yes, he's out. He got out, if I'm not wrong, the very same day, $2,500 pounds bound. So he's out. Yes. 2023 version of the British Bulldog if you were Jewish and a good public speaker. MJF right here knows what he's talking about. Wow. He says he's the most pressure that he's been entire life. That's crazy. MJF is giving his flowers to the people who've paved the way. That's crazy. G-Money, it's great to see you. Welcome, hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're here listening to the MJF promo. That's crazy. He says he's sitting on the shoulder of the Giants. Is he really giving his flowers to the Giants? That's insane. MJF seems in a giving mood these days. He also put out this tweet recently, and this tweet, mentioned the fact that both companies are setting attendance records, gate records left and right. Pro wrestling is winning, fans are winning, but most importantly, and I think we can all agree on this, I'm winning. So MJF these days is acknowledging other people's success and accomplishments. That's crazy to me. It really is. Ricky, what did you think about Wesley? Oh, yes. By the way, speaking of Wesley, guys, many people might have not noticed it, but last night, Wesley and Carmelo Hayes, they made history at NXT's Heatwave, and that's because last night's episode, it was the first time ever that two black wrestlers, actually competed in a singles one-on-one match for the NXT Championship. It was the first time that it ever happened, so Carmelo Hayes and Wesley officially have their names in the history books with that match. The first time two black men competed for the prestigious NXT title, so that happened. Wow. MJF says, I'm not working you guys when I call him my best friend. He really is my best friend. I'm not working anybody here. I like that. That's right. True Wheeler has been out for quite a while. And Ricky says, best moment I remember, Terry Funk in his help Mick Foley. That crazy Hell in a Cell match back in the 1998 versus Undertaker. R.I.P. Terry. That's right, Ricky. That's beautiful. Great thing that you mentioned that. Anybody else would like to mention their favorite Terry Funk moment? Share them with us. I'd love to read them out. And just remember the great Terry Funk. Yeah, Renee wakes up looking great. You know it, James. She never looks not great. That's true. That's true. Wow. That's beautiful. MJ says, I'm not just a scumbag. I'm your scumbag. And that is crazy. Gets a pretty good pop as well to that line. I'm not just your scumbag. I'm just not a scumbag. I'm your scumbag. I don't even know if that's a good thing, but, it got a pop, so that's that. And let's see, Andy says, AG, you must check out Carmelo versus Wesley last night. Wesley could have broken his neck. That's crazy. I'll hope he's okay. Sounds like a very ruthless match. I will check it out, brother. Anybody else checked it out? Let us know. I'd love to see that match again. I hope that there's a rematch. Both Wesley and Mello on NXT No Mercy. It could happen. If it was a good match, it definitely can happen. And James now here throwing some shade on Wesley and twisting it up, calling it Wetly. Wetly, not a bad name at all, actually, for that career. You're right, James. You're right. Yep. And Andy agrees with that. Wesley almost broke his neck. That's crazy. WWE declined re-signing Edge so he can go to AEW. So Nautic was actually messaging me about it. What are the chances that Edge shows up at all? And I said slim to none because, again, he is still under contract with the company until the end of September. So there's very little chances that he shows up at all But I mean, technically, he could still be there as a ticketed member of the audience. He could still be sitting in the audience. I mean, I don't know. It's possible. It's possible, right? So we shall see. And let's see. Ricky says, Sush, James, there you go. Clay says, what's up, AJ Clay? Good to see you. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. And Clay says, I cannot wait for Payback on September 2nd. What about this weekend, this Sunday, Clay? What about All In? Are you excited about All In? Let us know. That's right. We got one of the best match all time, AJ. Love. Wow, Ricky calls last night's match one of the best matches ever. That's crazy. Well, definitely check it out then. Has anybody heard anything about Captain Insano, Paul Wright Wrestling Sunday night? I wait a second. I have not actually. Let's see. Do we have something coming up this Sunday about Captain Insano? Let us know, guys. Wait. Okay, so I see here. That's crazy. So I probably must have missed it because I don't read ringside. But it seems to me that, okay, that's crazy. That Captain Insano could be coming back at All in London. Now, that's crazy. That's like the again, this right here, guys, is Captain Insano. And this really is insane to me. It really is. Okay. Paul White provided an update on his physical condition following knee surgery. I see. That's crazy. He says Captain Insano might show up at All In. He says, if I were to say, if I was a betting person, I'm not allowed to stooge. I'd say the odds are pretty good that I'll be here at Wembley. If I'm a gambling man, which I'm not, I would bet very strongly that there's a high probability that Captain Insano will probably make it to Wembley. Now, Captain Insano Wembley Stadium sounds like a great idea to me. Definitely gotta get a pretty good pop, so that's interesting. Thanks for sharing that, Gary. How do you feel about Captain Insano possibly returning? Let us know. True says Phoenix cannot make it at All In because of the visa restrictions. Visa restrictions is something that we just cannot help. So that's that. It's just the reality. Speaking of visa restrictions, guys, WrestleMania seems more than likely for me now, knock on the wood. So hopefully I'm going to be meeting some of you guys. Let me know again if anybody's going to be going to WrestleMania, because most likely, we can meet and we can, I don't know, have some dinner, watch wrestling together. Would be nice. And Renee, other half is there, says James. That's right, is here indeed. Coming up next is Ray Phoenix making his grand entrance. We're starting on the show here with some bangers for sure. Sure, the first match was not really a banger, but we did get some interference, some face-ups, a nice MJF promo right there. Not too long, not boring at all, since Renee Young was there and MJF was good on the mic. So it was a good promo. And now we're switching gears and we're coming over to Moxley and Phoenix. Really, we're starting on the show with some bangers tonight. Becky, she is at NXT. Yes, Tiffany Stratton. She compared herself to Becky Lynch, to Charlotte Flair, to Bayley, to Asuka. She said she's better than anybody else. She said she's a better NXT champion than anybody else. So that's why Becky Lynch, there's a high probability that she shows up and she responds to those comments. She instantly responded to those comments on Twitter. She said, I have not been NXT champion yet. So it's a high probability, high possibility that Becky shows up at NXT next week to talk to Tiffany Stratton face-to-face in person. We shall see. Terry Funk attacked Ric Flair, setting up long-awaited fight. Oh yes, between them for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, says Andy. Again, great memories when it comes to Terry Funk, Andy. Thanks for sharing that again. We've got a spinning kick here from Phoenix. Moxley dodges that pretty well. Grabs Phoenix from behind. Was about to go for a German suplex. So Phoenix not going to go down so easily. Sending Moxley over to the ropes. Now a drop kick. And Moxley goes down hard again. It's crazy. I'm so glad that Discovery Plus is a thing. I told you guys, right? It's like what? How much? $8 or so, or $4 or so per year, right? I forgot to tell you, it includes all the pay-per-views. So $4 or $8 per year, whatever it is, I get all in it. So it's like the cheapest that you can get AEW anywhere. It's crazy good. So again, I tell you, if you guys want to watch All In and other pay-per-views and all of AEW for less than $8 a year, literally get a VPN. I cannot stress it enough. Anyways, Raquel, she came back at NXT last Rhea night on NXT, says Ricky. I say she came after Rhea Ripley. Raquel Rodriguez is serious, and here we are now. Moxley trying to rip apart Rey Fenix's mask. Rey Fenix not gonna let go of it so easily. The referee coming to Phoenix's aid. I mean, Moxley here, absolutely disrespectful. Speaking of Moxley, let's also talk about Bryan Danielson, who recently appeared on the Nikki and Brie Bella podcast. They have a podcast, yeah. And he basically talked about his injury, seemed pretty upset. He said that he is not going to be able to make it to All In due to his injury. You know, at first it seemed like it was not that bad. He'll recover by All In. He's got to be back in time for London. But he said that he won't be able to make it to London because of the injury. But he said that even though if it's going to be one of the biggest, it's going to be the biggest match, the biggest show in AEW history, but he said that he's very excited for all the wrestlers, the generation of the AEW wrestlers that haven't had a chance to wrestle in front of such a massive crowd just yet. He's excited about them. He's excited about the main eventers, Adam Cole, MJF, who are going to be performing in front of such a massive crowd for the first time ever. So he shared his excitement for them, and he said he cannot wait to see what happens and how they handle the pressure and the level of excitement at All In. So, he definitely, gave his good luck to all the guys. Rey Fenix cannot compete at All In, says Chris. That's right, brother. And that's why here he is tonight, getting his mask ripped off. That's what's happening. Yep, Edge could show up at Arthur Ashe Stadium, says True. That's gotta be insane. I mean, whenever Edge shows up, I can only imagine the pop. It's gotta be crazy loud. My brother Nautic, good to see ya. He says smashing the hydrate button, always keeping me hydrated. Thanks you, Nautic. Thank you. Cheers. Thanks, brother. I was just talking about you. I was just talking about how Nautic was talking about Edge and all the other people who could show up at All In. So let me know, guys. How many debuts do you see happening at All In, or how many returns do you see happening at All In? Let us know. James here with the AEW chance. I like that. NXT chance from Ricky. It's obvious the Hardys are going to be losing tonight because Jeff cannot leave the country. Yep, it's obvious. It's obvious indeed. And here we are now. It would be crazy if they actually win tonight, because what a surprise would that be to everybody, right? But of course, they're going to lose. Big clothesline for Moxley, turning Phoenix 360 degrees before he knocks down hard on the mat. Phoenix is trying to get to citizenship in the U.S. and doesn't want to risk leaving the country. It's understandable. It's very much so. When I was there as a student, I was told very early on from a lawyer who visited our university, and they were like telling us, all the students, that if you want to try to get a citizenship, or if you want to be here, for good, don't leave the country very often, because don't travel back home often, because that hurts your application in the long run, which I couldn't, I can't not travel to the home country to meet the family. I just couldn't sign up for a deal like that. So it's, but lots of people sacrifice, a lot of family time. They sacrifice, a lot of that part of their life just to get the citizenship, so I can respect that. But I'm just not that person who's going to stay away from the family, for such a long period and wait. It's not my cup of tea. Anyways, speaking of cup of tea, let me get some tea. Yeah, but citizenship is hard, especially for the people from India. It's harder because, I'll tell you, for example, if you're let's say anywhere else in the world, let's say from the UK, right? And if you get your citizenship approved today, approved today, you get it by maybe next week. If you're from India and if you get your citizenship approved today, because of the long waiting line, you will get it possibly maybe in the next decade or maybe 12 to 15 years from now. That's how big of a wait it is for people, especially from India. So yeah, lots of sacrifice, lots of waiting game over there. And here we are now. Phoenix in trouble again. Moxley going for the cover, but Phoenix with a kick out. Tiffany is currently better than them, all of them. Tiffany currently holds the NXT Women's title, says Andrew, and she holds it for a reason. Let's see. I mean, Becky versus Tiffany is definitely going to put a very big spotlight on her. The biggest feud of her career thus far, so I'm ready for it. Absolutely ready for it. But True, thanks for mentioning that again. True says this match might be a way to get Phoenix off TV. It could be. The fact that he was trying to rip apart his mask, right? It felt like a match like that to write him off TV. And look at the kid. Oh my goodness. When Moxley hit Phoenix in the head with that knee strike, I thought that the kid was gonna cry. But instead he looked back at his mother and he laughed. Okay, now that's an all-elite kid, and you know it. Hassan, good to see ya. Hassan says R.I.P. Terry Funk. That's right, brother. We were just talking about Terry Funk as well. A legend that, just like Andy said earlier, is gonna live forever in our hearts. Absolutely. We got Becky Lynch never held the NXT title, yet at least Tiffany knew the bookers were wrong for her saying that, says Andy. Yep, the bookers got no idea what they're talking about. You know, they can be wrong a lot. Yep. Chris, by the way, speaking of people who have no idea what they're talking about, it reminds me of OVW. That's right, because OVW, they're making a series. Netflix is making a series on OVW, and in that series, the trailer for that series, Al Snow talks about how there are people in the company who he has to listen to who have no idea what they're talking about. That's how I connected the dots. But yes, Netflix is coming out with a series for OVW. It's called Restless. So I'm pretty excited about it. You know, the fact that Netflix is putting the spotlight on professional wrestling, and that to OVW is much needed. And considering the mainstream appeal of Netflix, I'm ready for it. I'm so ready for it. Yes. And Ricky says, last night opened NXT Heatweight a la Dragunov. Oh my goodness, I love Dragunov. He's incredible. And Trick Williams, great best match. Both were saying by ways a la Dragunov won the match. Of course he did, but wow, what an opener. Here we are now, both Moxley and Phoenix down. Moxley trying to get back up to his feet. Phoenix holding onto the ropes as well, trying to make it up to his feet. The referee still counting down. We're down to a 4 right now. The referee, both the guys make their way up to their feet here. Ray Phoenix is definitely dazed, dizzy. Moxley goes running over to Phoenix. Phoenix gets out of the way. There you go. Beautiful spinning flying kick straight to the head of Moxley. And now rolling over, about to grab Moxley from behind. And now Moxley in a sleeper hold on Phoenix. Phoenix once again in trouble. Yep. Moxley's got him exactly where he wants him. Phoenix slips away. There you are. And now attack to the chest of Moxley. Moxley in big trouble. Things are turning around here in this match. Phoenix is currently doing okay, really. Going for the cover on Moxley. Moxley kicks out. The tables have turned around. They have turned around indeed, guys. That's right. James says, that's why I'm not currently in London. I'm still months away on the list to get my passport. That's why I'm not wasting my all on tickets. Will be going to waste. I get that, James. I get that. And here we are now with Moxley with those big strikes to Phoenix, left and right, throwing Phoenix over to the ropes. Phoenix with a nice, holy crap, great counter. Spinning kick straight to the side of the head of Moxley. Moxley goes down to his knees and sinks down back first into the mat. Phoenix flying down on Moxley. Frog splash. Going for the cover. It's a 1, it's a 2, and it's a kick out. For me, you know, you get if you want like a visa for the UK, right? You can get them within 2 weeks. Now, if you if you already have a US visa, then you can get a UK visa very easily over here. But you know, for me, I got my US visa like a couple days ago, so I don't have enough time now to apply for the UK one and fly to All In. Otherwise, I would have done that. And, I was in talks with Warner Brothers about All In and stuff, and I would have most likely been there for the show. But, maybe there's something better happening, something better in store. So we're going to wait until the next wrestling big event, and hopefully we're going to be there for it. So that's that. James, hopefully both of us together are going to be there for it. That's that, brother. And here we are. Phoenix was going to go for the big kick on Moxley. Moxley with a nice dodge. And now Phoenix, left and right kicks to Moxley again. Springboard, going down on John. John down again. It's crazy how Phoenix is now fighting back. After half the match is over, Phoenix finally gaining some strength and fighting back Moxley. That's right. I love it. Andy says, Ricky, I think Thea Hale, she might be champion on NXT and main roster. She's so good. I see. And Andy says, Ricky, what did you think about JC Jane trying to recruit Thea Hale? I see that Thea Hale has a growing fan base. When I used to watch NXT every single week, I found Thea Hale a little bit too loud for my liking, honestly. And I see that she's really having a growing fan base now. I'm not sure how she has matured from her early days at the Chase University. She probably has gotten a lot better on the mic as well as in the ring, so, I'll definitely check her out again. But I remember when she first joined in, I just found her too loud for my liking, but we shall see. If you guys like her, she must be good. Where is Dynamite tonight? I would have thought they would have traveled already and in the Wembley area. They're not in the Wembley, but tonight is the Fighter Fest edition of Dynamite. So they are, if I'm not wrong, they're in Georgia. Let's take a look, actually. 1 second, if I'm not, let me just look. Yeah, they are in Georgia. Duluth, Georgia, that's where they are. It's a Fighter Fest edition of Dynamite, yeah. I would have liked it too if they were, in the UK, because, UK fans, there's something to it. It hits you different. It really sets you in the mood for the pay-per-view. So here we are now, Ray Phoenix with some big strikes to the back of the Moxley. Yep. That will be another reason to not watch ESPN, sister. What is that? ESPN is trying to be the lead company to air Raw on ESPN. I see Andy here with some news. He says ESPN is trying to be in the lead to get the rights to Monday Night Raw from next year. That's crazy. What a transition. What a switch from USA to ESPN. And True says that'd be another reason not to watch the channel. That's hilarious. And here we are now. There you go. Moxley, the big superplex on Phoenix from the top rope. Phoenix down hard, going for the cover. It's a 1, it's a 2, and Phoenix kicks out. The match continues. AEW at Wembley Stadium gonna be historic. Without a doubt, Run DMG. Like the company or don't like it, that's another thing. Nobody can deny the fact that they are making history. Really are. They're breaking records. Already broke WrestleMania 34's records, on the way to break possibly more. They're making history. The biggest professional wrestling event. They're doing, let's just say, in 3 years' time, they are doing what WWE could not dare to do. It's about what you can dare to do. By the way, this is how you write him off for TV, I guess, for some time, because Phoenix passed out and Moxley got the victory. That's right. But, it's about what you can dare to do, what you are willing to do, how much you are willing to go out there and make a statement. In about 3 years' time, AEW has booked Wembley. When was the last time WWE booked Wembley? It's about what you can dare to do. WWE could have done it too. They could have booked Wembley too. They've got the money to do it. But it's not something that they dared to do. And AEW did, so... yeah, they were the first ones to do it. And if WWE does it now, it's not going to matter as much because AEW has done it already. And here we are now, looking to destroy Phoenix. Oh, dear. Ortiz, oh my, Ortiz is here, guys. Wait. We heard that they were getting back together. Nautic messaged me some time back that, okay, you know what? Ortiz and Santana, they're getting back together, and they are here. We have not seen them in a long while, and they're finally here in time for All In. I'm assuming that they're going to make it to Wembley. They're going to make it to London because Santana and Ortiz are back. LAX, that's right, Andy. LAX, they're back. I think Andy and I also talked about it, some time back about the LAX coming back, and that's right, they're indeed here. They had problems, not just kayfabe, but also in real life they've got problems. But problems aside, they're finally here, and they're here working together. It's awesome. taking out Eddie Kingston with Orange Cassidy finally has an orange T-shirt. That makes sense. Yep. Great to see these guys together. Great to see the band together right here. Traveling to London will be hectic, says True. Hale was snorting coke. Yeah, I can understand that. Ripping his mask. Trying to write him off TV, that is, right? Good stuff. Cool stuff. Man, Ortiz and Santana, they both look great tonight. Gotta give Tony Khan his props, says Ron DMG. Absolutely, brother. And he says, AG, you must watch the barbed wire match between Terry Funk. Puts ECW heavyweight title on the line against Sal. I watched that match, brother Randy. Every time somebody mentions Terry Funk, right, that's like the one clip that plays in my head. Yeah, what a legend, right? What a legend. Hardcore legend. And good to see Miss Carr. Thank you for that. Much love to you. Let's see, the true only reason why I still respect ESPN is for college football. It's hard to respect ESPN. Growing up, I thought that ESPN was the network, was the channel. I had a lot of respect for ESPN growing up, but, that went away quickly. ESPN is super irrelevant, at least over here. RT Santana, that's right, true, AEW, and that could be one of the reasons why, ESPN could be in the lead, because they've got a global presence. They literally have ESPN, I believe, in every part of the world, each and every country. So if they were to take, the rights to WWE, they could be doing it for the entire world, or wherever they actually are present, because ESPN exists here. Yes, they do. Let's see, AEW invading hallowed grounds. Winnie Mac not happy. People getting fired. Yes, it's true. They're not happy, and it was also on the dirt sheet like yesterday that inside the WWE it's a very gloomy, doomy environment, because people know that with Endeavor's, the whole thing coming up, the transition coming up, the takeover of Endeavor finally happening. People expect some firing, some releases, some change of powers, some change of roles to come, and they expect for some of the people on board right now to lose their jobs, to get released. So we shall see. And I'm not just talking about wrestlers, I'm also talking about the staff backstage, because it always happens, guys. Whenever a new boss comes in, they want to bring in their own team, right? So the accounts people get fired, the marketing people get fired or hired, it depends. So with a new boss, with a new leader, they like to bring in their own people, their own team, and that could be happening in the case of Endeavor as well. When they are the ones in power, they might want to bring their people on board and get rid of the people that have been with the company for years. So we shall see. And WWE did it even in the 90s. Bret Hart main event. That's right. It's all about the hunger. How hungry are you to satisfy the fans? How hungry are you, I guess, to break records? Right? So that's all what it's all about. Santana and Ortiz of the BCC. That's right, brother. Truth. That's right, Andy. Thanks for that. Empty arena match between Funk and Lawler was brutal. Yeah. Great memories, True. Great memories. Thanks for sharing that. And let's see what else do we have here. Yes, Andy, I did finally watch that match. Crazy good. I think that I should actually do a watch along for that entire match. Liger, Brian Pillman on maybe Twitch, where I can actually show that match, because it is that good. Probably should do that. Definitely will get over it, says True. Yeah, they will get over it. Right now it's just a phase. They'll get over it. True, and we got Terry and Tommy Dreamer versus Mick Foley and Edge. One Night Stand 2. My favorite Funk match, says Ron DMG. I'm glad that you guys are here, sharing your favorite memories of Funk. And everybody has a different match in their minds. It shows you, what bangers he put out in his entire career. So many that everybody has a different match that they think of when they think of Terry Funk. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. God bless him. And it's great. We're living in a world where everything these days, all the matches are recorded in HD, and once they're recorded, they're forever there. So you can always go back and watch your favorite matches. We're living in a world where it's very easy to access pro wrestling. Gotta be grateful for technology, in this case. We can always go back and watch our favorite Terry Funk matches. It's great. I'm back. Sorry I was on the phone. Don't be sorry, Tony. That's okay. By the way, Moxley defeated Phoenix, and Santana and Ortiz came back. So that happened when you were on the phone. And that's right. I know, Tony. Ray Phoenix is on. Yep, that's right. He got stretchered out of there. That's right. Andy with a fist bump to Run DMG. Definitely about to fire Fire back WrestleMania Wembley Stadium, says Rundy. That would be pretty damn cool. I'd like that. Why not? Let's do it. Sure. I mean, John Cena came out talking about WWE going to the UK for the WrestleMania, so it's possible. Who knows? 2 nights. I don't know. I'll tell you guys, I'm not a fan of the 2 nights format, to be honest. I like my WrestleManias long, because no matter if I'm watching from the arena or from my home, I like for WrestleMania to be like a party, right? And the party goes on all day, all night. That's how I like it. And I remember WrestleMania, whenever it used to happen, 1 night only. I used to literally throw like a watch-along party, and I used to invite my friends and everybody. I gotta have lots of pizza, lots of soda, lots of unhealthy snacks, and we used to all sit down, watch wrestling, have a good time. And there was a party from 2 p.m. to 12 a.m. It's going down 1 night only. It's a great night, but now you got 2 nights of Mania. It's not the same. It's not the same to me. Yeah, I probably could be the only guy saying I like 1 night over 2 nights, but that's how I feel. And True says a lot of people will leave if Vince is in charge again. This is true, understandable. The Brian Pillman ledger match or the first match on Nitro. I definitely watched the title match, brother. That's right. Yeah. And let's see. Run DMD says Vince McMahon makes stars. Tony Khan buys them. Eric Bischoff Jr. Is that what Eric Bischoff said? The audacity, I say. Speaking of that, guys, speaking of making stars and buying them, since you mentioned that, Run DNG, I just want to bring up by the way, we see it right here. We're back from the commercial break, and Rey Fenix is now being taken back to the hospital. True mentioned it very early on that this match is possibly going to write him off TV, and that's what's happening because he cannot be, in London for All In. He cannot be there. The only way to make it make sense is to have him written off TV, and that's exactly what they did right here. Eddie Kingston is emotionally overwhelmed right now. Yep, he's really emotionally overwhelmed. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. I like that a lot. He says, you want me to fix it, Renee? Okay, I'm gonna fix it at Wembley. So if this match happens, we have to give a lot of credit for it to Renee Young, to Renee Paquette. She's the one who made Eddie Kingston fix it. It's good. Wembley. Oh my goodness, Renee has to be like some sort of a vampire. Okay, this was earlier today. I thought, really? Did she really run over from the parking lot all the way to the backstage area? That's quick. It's cool. Okay, let's see. Sammy Guevara is my bro, says Tony. Is that right? What about Daddy Magic and Magic Hand? What about them? Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Really? That's crazy. So Savvy G right here defending Chris Jericho? I thought Sammy was smart, but he looks like he's too naive for his own good right here. Really? Is he falling for the friendship of Jericho? Nobody should do that. We all have seen the Festival of Friendship. We also have seen Jericho and his friends, what's happened in the past. Nobody should fall for Jericho's friendship. Nobody should. But Vince literally stole all the talent from the territories. That's true. Yeah. Speaking of, talent switching gears, by the way, we've got a contract signing coming up, guys. It's gonna be Jericho, Will Ospreay, and Don Callis too in this segment as they sign the contract for All in London. It should be good. So speaking of talent switching brands, gotta talk about a rumor that's out there. My brother Nautic Andrew brought this up when he was messaging me earlier today. This is about Enzo. And he said Enzo showing up at All In. I said, Enzo showing up at All In? That's not going to be a good idea. Nobody likes Enzo, at least on the internet. It's cool. It's a cool thing if you don't like Enzo, right? If you talk crap about Enzo, you're automatically one of the cool guys on the internet. That's just how I feel, right? But I said, it's not going to happen. They're not going to bring out Enzo, at All In. But he actually brought up a very good point. He said, but what if they want to bring Enzo back in so that he can manage Big Bill or Big Cass? And I thought, hey, that's a good idea. If they want to do that, that would be cool. Actually, I would throw Brian Cage in there and have Enzo manage both Brian Cage and Big Bill at the same time, make it a trio, and perhaps they could even go after the trios title. I can only imagine Enzo, Big Bill, Brian Cage, the three of them together. I think I would be all in for it. Perhaps it all out. Just like True said, perhaps it all out. That's right. Enzo gets heat. And, that heat could actually be very well beneficial to Big Bill and Brian Cage. They could be making headlines if Enzo comes in. I can imagine Enzo, Brian Cage, Big Bill in segments against Daddy Ass and the Acclaimed. It would be pure fire. I would be in for it, actually. That's right, Andrew. You're the one who started this discussion. Big Bill wouldn't want that, sister. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing about Big Bill. If he's against it, then the whole idea is just out the window. That's right. And here we are now with Jericho coming out with Sammy. What are the chances that Sammy decides to turn against Chris Jericho at All In and bites him in the back and helps out Ospreay at the end of the day? That'd be crazy. And let's see, All Out Punk versus MJF, says Run DMG. Well, if MJF is able to go through All In and go through Adam Cole successfully, because there's going to be a lot of drama left behind. One thing's for certain, these two are going to win the tag team titles. And at the end of the night, there's going to be one champion. It's going to be either MJF or it's going to be Cole. How is their relationship going to be after All In? It's going to be very interesting. On one hand, they'll be tag team champions. On the other hand, only one champion, that's the world champion. So how is the relationship going to be post All In? And how is that going to be heading into All Out? That is going to be what, is going to be the decisive factor in MJ versus Punk. I don't think it's going to happen so soon, but we shall see, my brother Run DMG. I'd like for it to happen, but not so quickly. And here we are now. Let's listen in to Tony Schiavone as the contract signing is about to begin. Tony with the voice crack. He says, we got extra security over here. Yep. Nice. Handed them all pens. Don Callis with the microphone. Come on. Callis trying to explain his actions from last week. It's real simple. He says that it can be summed up in 4 words. Phil, by God, Ospreay. That makes sense. Don Callis is a rip-off version of Kevin Owens, says Tony. And here's Blair Davenport's ex, Will Ospreay. Yep. Will Ospreay lost big in Blair Davenport. And Dumb Don's booze is louder than Dirty Dominic. I mean, I don't hate Dominic. I hate this guy, Don Callis. Right, dude? Wow. That's crazy. It's very selfish, but he says it so proudly. I chose money and power over friendship. That's basically the current state of our society. People choose money and power over love, friendship, even family. And this guy right here, Don Callis, is reflective of our society right now and what's wrong in it. Yep. Punk has to survive Joe first. That's right. That's a good point. Punk also has to go through Joe first, and that's going to be a tough task. For those reasons, I don't think that Punk versus MJF is going to happen so soon, so quickly. There's just a lot on the line. A lot on the line right now. That's not possible, says True. Callis wasn't doing this when KO was doing this when KO couldn't walk. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, Don Callis irritates the crap out of me. He actually irritates me more than Kevin Owens does, to be honest, you know? And Gary, I agree with that. It's funny because I know another Don Callis in life, in real life, who I feel is a great guy. So this Dan Callis is the total opposite to that Don Callis that I know. Very cool guy. Bullet Club Gold, says Andy. There you go. Much love to Bullet Club Gold. Congratulations, Osprey, on recent engagements, says James. That's awesome. The guy is winning at life. Engagement, Wembley Stadium. Couldn't have asked for any better career or life, right? That's awesome. Walls of Jericho gonna tap this kid out, says Ron DMG. Yep. It's gonna be good. Yeah. But UK's homeboy, right? When they go to London, I'm assuming that Osprey's gonna get the bigger pop, even though Jericho's gonna have his band Fozzy performing for him. Osprey, being the UK homeboy, is definitely gonna get a bigger pop, is he not? I think so. He's gonna be the hometown hero, is he not? But let's see, Punk putting Joe to sleep, says Ron DMG. It's gonna be a task. Joe's a heavy guy, right? So Punk is definitely gonna be adding some weight to his shoulders. Is he gonna be able to take that weight? We shall find out. Hey Andy, hope everything's alright with you, says Gary. I like that. That's what I talk about all the time. It's a family. We all look out for each other, look after each other, care about each other. That's what makes a family. Friends. It's great. Bigger pop than Y2J. Yeah, right, says Ron DMG. Well, hometown hero. But again, Jericho's gonna come out with Fozzy, and Fozzy is definitely gonna get a very big pop, without a doubt. I mean, people sing along to Jericho's theme song when he comes out with the song playing on speakers. When these guys are here performing it live, you can imagine how long of a sing-along it's gonna be at All In. With 90,000 strong in attendance, it's gotta be good. Tony Khan will sign Osprey, says absolutely true. I see it as a no-brainer. It's gonna happen. It's the inevitable. Fozzy is really good in concert. You know it, Andy. Yep. There you go. Jericho says, congratulations to all the things you've accomplished in the last few months, James. That's right. Just as Osprey just mentioned Punk's name, there's no reason he wouldn't mention his name if there's nothing, something coming in the future. Absolutely, James. Makes a lot of sense. And just like True said, Tony Khan's gotta sign Osprey, and it'll happen. It'll happen for sure. Wow. Guys. Guys, is it just me or one of the bodyguards standing behind Jericho really reminds me of Cain Velasquez? You know, the guy who fought Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel? Yeah, you see it there. I'm pretty sure you guys know who I'm talking about. The bald guy behind Jericho, I think it's his hairline that really reminds me of Cain Velasquez. For a second I thought, is that Cain Velasquez? But no, that's not. That's not Cain Velasquez, but it really reminds me of him. Cain Velasquez is in prison right now, is he not? I think so. Last I heard about him, he was in big trouble. Apparently, he shot somebody or something like that. But yeah, last I heard about this guy, I heard that he was in trouble. So let's see, what is Cain Velasquez up to these days? Yeah, there was an attempted murder charge on him. It says that he's still scheduled to hear on a trial setting hearing on August 2nd. So this was the last time that his Wikipedia was updated on August 2nd. There's been no update ever since, so I guess we just have to see. Oh, I see now. Okay. And he pleaded guilty for the charges. And the trial setting hearing is now set to take place on August 30th. So 6 days later, that's when the trial setting is about to take place. So that's that. Okay. Oh gosh. Jericho not taking it personal, making it personal. He says, okay, your missus, your mother, your father, your spoiled stepson, who you have to put through college now, they're all gonna be ringside. Prove it to them. That is something. You talk about taking things personal, even bringing in the stepson in here. And London Osprey will get a huge pop. That's right, because he's a UK boy. I mean, Jericho here talking about how he's gonna be having his whole family ringside. Definitely gonna get a big pop, without a doubt. And Cain Velasquez and the boys now trying to separate Jericho and Osprey. We got lol, yeah. Jericho dropped the W bomb. That's right, Tony. The W bomb. Yeah, the W bomb is the thing, right? I believe so, Sandy. Mr. McMahon is already mad at Chris Jericho. From what I believe, Mr. McMahon, I don't know how he feels about it backstage or behind the scenes, or in his heart. How does he feel about all these wrestlers switching gears to AEW? But whenever you hear from these wrestlers, you hear good things and good things only. You hear Mr. McMahon wishing them the best of luck before they go to AEW, and wishing them the best and stuff like that. That's what you hear from guys like Paul White, guys like Jericho, who says he's still good friends with Mr. McMahon. And I wonder, how does Mr. McMahon really feel in real life when guys like Edge, for example, go over to AEW? I mean, it's gonna hurt somewhere, right? Of course, on the face, you have to be cool and you have to be calm and collected, and of course, professional, but somewhere deep down, it's gotta hurt, right? It's gotta hurt. Cash Wheeler said Kane is innocent. Okay. I thought, really, did he say that? And then I saw the sarcasm in Ron DMG's comment. Yeah, but Kane, of course, two different situations here. I believe that Wheeler was arrested because of the gun possession, if I'm not wrong, and Kane arrested because of attempted murder charges. So it's two different things here. Of course, one very, very concerning than the other. I feel he probably doesn't care. This is true. I guess he's got a lot of money now, especially that Endeavor money. Edge deserves to end his career the way he wants to. Says exactly. The guy has given wrestling it all. He's given wrestling his life, so he deserves to end it on a high note, and the note that he wants to end it on. He didn't have the chance to do it in 2011. Now that he has the chance to do it, he should do it the way that he wants it. Absolutely agree with that, brother Gary. Very well said. Mr. McMahon probably going to put NXT head-to-head with Dynamite. Wow, if they want to do that, I say good luck with that, because they tried it once, did not work out. This time, they should save themselves from embarrassment. You don't know, brother. After All In, we could be looking at the AEW fan base getting bigger. We're talking about a lot of people who are going to be tuning in. It's going to be mainstream that night in a Wembley Stadium. People are going to be talking. People are going to be tuning in, maybe for the first time ever. We could be looking at maybe the Dynamite ratings skyrocketing the following week. So we shall see. NXT head-to-head, I mean, I think it'll be exciting because two great shows same night. We get to watch both of them as well, so why not? I would be all in for it. And who doesn't like wars? I mean, wrestling wars. I'll be in for the wrestling war. I'll be in for it. So why not, Run DMG? Mr. McMahon holds grudges, says Run DMG. You know it. He definitely holds grudges. At least when it comes to NXT being beat by Dynamite back in the day. Definitely holds grudges against that. So we shall see. Once did that already, NXT got their ass kicked, says true. Back in the day, they did. Edge has said he wanted to end his career the way it started with his friend Christian. So that's true. If that's what he wants to do, I see him totally going to AEW. Mr. McMahon, because even if Christian were to come over here to WWE, that he wouldn't get pushed. Just he would be treated the way that he was treated a few years ago. He would not get the push that he deserves. So absolutely, I think that's the only way for it to happen then. Mr. McMahon is not good at producing an NXT 2.0, and look what happens, says Tony. So Tony's saying it is, yeah. When you make McMahon crazy, he doesn't care. HBK running NXT really good. HBK is doing a fine job. He actually has held on to, all that his friend Triple H did. HBK has been doing a good job with that. And here we are now, guys, back from the commercial break with a sit-down interview with Renee and Adam Cole. Let's listen into what they want to say. That's right, true. Yeah. HBK now runs NXT and it has been cooking. Exactly. Really has been cooking. Absolutely. And you should not have numbers like 2.0 after a brand name. That makes no sense. So I'm glad that they got rid of the 2.0 from NXT, because at the end of the day, you're selling a TV show, not an iPhone. You don't need a number after your brand name. It makes no sense. So I'm glad they were able to take that away from it, Andy. That's right. That's right. There we go. Wow. Adam Cole putting it out there, says the AEW World Championship solidifies you as the best wrestler on the planet. He puts it out there for everybody. This is the title that you've got to chase if you want to prove to the world that you are the best in the world. Yeah, Adam Cole just putting it out there for the masses. And Nathan Fraser Future Stars is Run DMG. Really? I have not seen a lot of Nathan Fraser myself. The little bit that I did when he was first, coming in, I thought it was cool. But, I will have to take a look at him. I'll definitely take more look at his stuff. All right, thanks for that, Ron DMG. And this NXT has been slowly gaining its popularity back the way it used to have it. And that's great. Tony says, I miss Adam Cole and Dub Party, Claudio Xavier and Tyler Breeze. I see, Tony. And all day today, I've been reading in the comment section how Edge is a traitor if he goes to... He's not the traitor. Again, people get to me. It's so interesting to me how in wrestling, if you jump from one company to the other, you're a traitor. But if you look at real life, real world, if you look at, let's say, corporate, right? I mean, look left and right all around yourselves. Look at the people who work the 9-to-5 jobs. People switch, companies all the time. They want a bigger paycheck. They will happily, for example, somebody working in IT will happily jump the ship from Microsoft to Google for a higher paycheck. And nobody would raise an eyebrow. Instead, people would congratulate them because that's a bigger paycheck waiting for them. So in real world, if it's okay for people to switch companies, why so biased against wrestlers? It's not being a traitor. It's the bigger paycheck. It's the bigger opportunities, and it's a new refreshment in life, right? So that's that. Cole was definitely heel on MJF. That sounded like it, brother. I mean, this Sunday it's gonna be good, and. I definitely see these two winning the titles. I totally see that happening. And here we are now. We got Darby Allin coming out here with Nick Wayne. Yep, it's got to be a sweet, sweet, sweet one. Because tonight we got Nick Wayne and Darby Allin in tag team action. They're going to be taking on Swerve Strickland and AR Fox. It's happening, I believe, after... Is that his mom? Wait. Who was the lady clapping over there? Was that his mom? Okay, pretty cool. Anyways... We are going to commercial, or are we not? No commercials, I like that. Let's see, Cole, 0% chance to win the title, says Run DMG. We shall see, brother. By the way, Gary mentioned that he has been reading in the comments about, all this stuff about how Edge is going to be a traitor. I put out a recent post, guys, on Instagram, right? I put out a recent post about Tyrus, the NWA World Champion, and he made some comments about this. Take a look. So this is about Tyrus and how he would react if his kids were to share their pronouns. And you can see here in the comments lots of people quite bothered by his comments. Some people even, with him. Some people very much against him. But everybody agreeing with the fact that Tyrus is not worthy of being a NWA champion and representative of the company. But Tyrus basically said that, okay, when it comes to pronouns, he took a shot at the people who have pronouns. He said they all look alike. They've got like some piercings, nose piercings, some hair colors. He tried to stereotype people who have pronouns, right? And then he said if his kids were to have pronouns or share their pronouns, he would whip their asses. That's basically what he said. So, quite offensive remarks, I felt. Should not definitely say something like that about kids, about his kids, especially. So, definitely doesn't show good parenting skills right there. Quite careless remarks to make on TV, but that's what Tyrus said, and that's what's gaining a lot of heat from the community, from the fans. He said this on Fox News, by the way, so that doesn't surprise you. But Fox News anchors just laughed at his comments apparently. So that's that. We got Tony says WWE President Nick Khan wants NXT to be the third brand. Says Tony. That's right. Yeah, they do. They do want for it to be the third brand. It seems like they're building their way up to that level. And here we are now. Is Shane just smashing Darby Allin's head into the apron? Some trash talking going on with Wayne, running over, kicking him in the head. AR Fox and Shane dominating right now. Jumping ship, best for business and career too, Run DMG, absolutely. And people do it all the time, just like I said. Corporate world, people do it all the freaking time. So give wrestlers a break and let them do the same. Everybody else does it in real world, so why not in the world of wrestling? Film stars do it all the time. Somebody who did a film for Steven Spielberg will not do a film for a director who's Steven Spielberg's rival, let's say, or their biggest competitor. They'll do it. So all these people do it. Why can't the wrestlers? Give them a break, I feel. Haven't been paying much attention to NXT or anything lately, but if it's going like it has been... James with the comment says, haven't been paying much attention to NXT or anything lately, but if it's going like it has been, once the new contracts are signed, that's probably coming to an end of all the main roster people coming, says James. Let's see, brother. I mean, right now they have built, by the way, great coffin drop here from Darby, taking out both the guys at once, Shane and AR Fox. Let's see, James, you make a good point, because right now NXT indeed has got a lot of stars, right? Braun Breaker, you got Tiffany, you got a lot of new people, lots of big stars in the making on NXT. When these guys are slowly moved over to the main roster, who replaces them? I think that's why it's going to be a slow push to the main roster. Not an instant, slow one, I guess. I want Swerve and AR Fox win over Sting and Darby Allin Sunday, says Andy. Wow. Okay. I believe that's an unpopular opinion, my brother Andy, but okay, I can respect that. Okay, sweet. Definitely just a place of employment. People are, that's right, that's what I'm saying. It's a place of employment, just like any other. It's true. And True says, I agree with Tyrus. Okay, all right. Again, as I said, in the comments, lots of people against and for the comments, but everybody agreed that Tyrus is not a good representative of NWA and should not be the NWA champion. I can agree with that too. I don't like Tyrus being... I mean, they went all the way from Nick Aldis to Tyrus, and we all know how we feel about that. So wrestling, politics aside, when you talk about wrestling, Tyrus should not be the champion. And here we are now. Poor Nick Wayne here. Again, is that his mother? Who is that? That seems like his mother, right? That's gotta be his mother. Anyways, let's see. We got Tyrus should have never been the NWA Heavyweight Champion. He couldn't do anything at all. The only reason I believe that he's a champion, and I was talking to this guy called Hikaru from the NWA, who also expressed he was happy and excited about the fact that Tyrus could be losing to EC3 and that could be bringing an end to his NWA career. But he was happy about the fact that Tyrus will be losing, and I asked him why is everybody so against Tyrus? To which Colby Carino said, Tyrus is cool. I mean, he brings a lot of exposure to the NWA title on Fox and whatnot, and that's like literally the only reason I guess why he's the champion, because he brings eyes to the title. I don't know if anybody cares about, I don't know if those eyes cares about the title, but he definitely brings some eyes to the title, that's for sure. He basically said he's not going along with foolishness. Too many people coincide with nonsense, it's true. Yeah. I don't agree with everything Tyrus says or does, but on the subject, I agree with what he says James as well. Fox uses way better than BSCNN. Yeah, that's his mom. Makes sense. Oh my goodness. AR Fox, the big kick, by the way, to the side of the head. And Nick Wayne goes down hard. Yeah, his mom's not worried. She has seen and supported her son 3 years, performing even for promotions like GCW. So she's not worried over here. She knows that Nick Wayne's got to be fine. And Darby Allin now taking out... Oh my goodness. It's pure chaos here. In the fans, in the audience. And Aubrey, of course, staying on top of the action. You gotta love that. Is somebody bleeding here? I think there's some blood. Aubrey just put on a pair of gloves, which makes me feel that there is some blood coming out. Maybe Nick Wayne's bleeding. Not sure yet. Oh dear. AR Fox drags Nick Wayne over to his mom. Talk about disrespect, right? Talk about disrespect. No, I see no blood. I see nobody bleeding yet, but Aubrey put on the glove. I thought that was because somebody was bleeding. News Nation is way better. You know, to be honest, guys, I feel like, I don't know, so because I don't consume either Fox or CNN, and these are all international. To be honest, I don't consume any mainstream media. Even like the media that's here, I don't consume it because I feel that a lot of these, mainstream news channels are geared by sponsors and are geared by people who fund them. So a lot of times the coverage can be biased or can be, to a certain extent, clickbaity, incorrect, you never know. So I prefer to consume my news through my own sources online, hand-picked sources, verify them with different channels, and then believe what we see. Because you don't know how a lot of times you can be sold propaganda because of sponsors or advertisers or stuff. So yeah, that back in the day, a few years ago, I used to believe mainstream media, but now because of, especially after the pandemic, it's hard to believe it. So it's better to just verify with different channels before believing something. But anyways, coming back to wrestling, we got a big pin here coming up, and Darby Allin last second saving Nick Wayne and himself from the loss here and breaking the cover. Now Darby going after AR Fox, great stunner, stunning him out of this match. Darby running down and flying down to Swerve, doing what Darby does best with a great dive to the outside, taking out Swerve, by the way, just like that. I just realized and noticed, I feel like a dum-dum right now because all this while I did not notice it, but do you guys see where the commentator's desk is at tonight? It's ringside. It's not all the way up on the stage, it's ringside. And honestly, I'll say it, guys, I like the desk ringside better. I like it better. I don't like it on the stage. I like it ringside. And one desk only, not two, one. I like one desk better. That's right. Let's see what else we have here. I agree, AJ. News station like go crazy. Most news are real or not. Exactly. You don't know what you're reading. You don't know what you're seeing. I usually watch American Voice or ONN, says James. Okay, brother. All right. Thanks for that. And here we are now. Swerve running over to Darby. Yeah. Running down Darby Allin. Big stomp straight to the chest. And Allin goes down hard. This is a Collision set on Stage Ages, says Ricky. I see. They're most likely going to be taping Collision 2 after this one, right? That makes sense. Oh, Nick Wayne is bleeding from the nose. Yeah, we did. When I saw Aubrey putting on the gloves, I knew somebody was bleeding. It's Nick Wayne. He's bleeding from the nose. He's bleeding from the nose. Oh dear, now singled out by both AR and Strickland. Swerve running over to Nick Wayne, hitting him straight in the head with a boot to the face. And now throwing him over to AR Fox. AR Fox setting up for the big one. He takes out poor Nick Wayne, going for the cover. It's a 1, it's a 2. And Nick Wayne still, it's a very sloppy kick out, guys, but he did kick out, which means the match still goes on. His mom quite nervous as she sits ringside, watches on this very closely, but Nick Wayne kicked out. Swerve about to put him to an end here, once again going for the cover. It's a 1, it's a 2, and he still kicks out. Pretty cool. And yes, that's right in ROH too. Wow, so these guys here, the fans, are in for a banger of a night. Talk about taping not 1, but 2, 3, 4 shows. Wait, we got Dynamite, we got ROH, we got Rampage, and Collision. 4 shows, one night only. These fans are here for a banger, without a doubt. I know Rick Yell of the stage too, and here we are now throwing Nick Wayne over to the corner again, running over to Nick Wayne, double boots to the face. Nick Wayne collapses down to the mat hard. Horrible ending, says James. Oh wait, does that mean that Darby Allin's gonna come in and make the save? Oh dear, AR Fox flying down on Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne getting out of the way. Swerve Strickland showing off a bit too much to realize what's going. What the hell? Ah, okay. Yeah, that was a little bit unbelievable, but okay. Strickland was literally just there. He was showing off before Nick Wayne was able to roll AR Fox for the cover. And before Shane could reach Nick Wayne, Darby Allin just pulls his leg and stops him mere inches away from reaching him. He could have reached him. Nick Wayne was literally at arm's length from Shane Strickland, so that's crazy. But Strickland not happy. His mom, is shedding some tears of joy for her son. Beautiful moment right here. Strickland grabs the microphone. Is AR Fox gonna be kicked out of this faction? Because Strickland does not look happy. Swerve Fox might just win on Sundays, is true. Perhaps, brother, you know what goes down on regular TV, they go up on pay-per-view. Disappointing, says Shane. Says this is so disappointing. There we go. Did not look happy at all. Yeah, they are just not happy right now. They're kicking him out, guys. They are kicking him out. Calling him a loser. Such a loser. It's over. It's over for them. Shane says, you cannot beat an 18-year-old child. That's it. It's over. It's over now for Fox. It's over for Fox. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Cage comes in real fast. This was a setup. This was a setup to get Fox out of here. Cage comes in. AEW's version of Johnny Bravo himself. You know what? Cage should come out in like black shirt, black sunglasses, mohawk, yellow mohawk, and blue pants. Literally, he's like a walking, talking Johnny Bravo. It really is. I'd love to see that. Anyways, it seems like Nick Wayne is now replacing Fox. The problem is that Fox could not be, boss Strickland around, but Cage can definitely, boss Strickland around. He could be acting like the new boss. We shall see. As Darby Allin is talking, somebody in the fan says, "Shut up." That was so perfect. Oh dear. I guess he's got Cage, Darby. It's quite obvious. Sting looking good. I guess he's got Cage. Is Darby an idiot? Cage literally sits standing next to him. Or is it not Cage? Oh, don't tell me that. Don't tell me it's Christian. What is happening here? Christian? Cool. I understand that you have a father. Okay. Oh dear. I don't know how I feel about that, guys. Gosh. Wow. I can't comment on this anymore. We're really going off limits here, guys. I can't say anything about this. We're going off limits here with this promo. Oh gosh, I can't. This is not right. This is not right. This is not right, guys. I can't. This is too much. Wow, that was too much. And the asshole chants very well deserved it. Wow. Edge wants to come to AEW for this guy? Maybe he wants to come in here to knock some sense into him. Christian Cage is going crazy. That's crazy. Bro man, welcome my brother. That's right, he knows no bounds. That's right. That's right, true. Sheesh indeed, brother. This is too much. Well, I guess we can be grateful that he did not go after the mother, but at least, you know, all that he said tonight was just off bounds. And wow, I don't know, guys. I don't know what's worse. Now, actually, I thought all this time that whatever WWE did with Paul, you know, and of course the whole rivalry, the whole feud between CM Punk and Undertaker, and after, of course, you know, Undertaker's on-screen father, Paul, his passing, the way that the company built that feud with the Ashes and whatnot, I thought that was off limits. But what I just heard coming out of this guy Christian Cage's mouth, I thought that was even worse. I mean, wow, that promo, it was hot mess. I wouldn't touch it. I would not touch it with a nightstick. That was crazy. Christian, stop this Dynamite, not Collision. Ricky here says, this show is too good to be Dynamite. It's like Collision. Ricky is having fun, I see. Okay. And good to see my brother Broman once again. FTR, that's right, guys. I mean, Young Bucks here, too. So. They don't have anything to worry about, bro, man. I mean, Wheeler turned in all his weapons, apparently. He had to turn in all the weapons 12 hours within his release. So I think he's good now. So I just I was a little bit confused if he was, you know, in trouble because of gun possession, or was it because of gun violence? Apparently, it was not just possession; it was violence that he actually got in trouble for. So that's something that's concerning. So he was charged with one count of assault with a firearm, which is a third-degree felony. Um, Crazy, but he had to turn in all of his weapons, so that's that. I thought it was just, you know, possession, but it was violence, and violence is just, it's very concerning. I would not mess with Cash Wheeler, right? As soon as Jackson brings up his daughter, he's like, keep my daughter out of this. And he just keeps his daughter out of it. He does not want to mess with Cash Wheeler. That's right. FTR versus Young Ducks. That's right. Not the not-so Young Ducks. Yeah. Cool. Okay. That's funny. I think Cash Wheeler's trying to hold back his laughter too. Those are the guys that the Young Bucks named on their YouTube show. That is hilarious. See you at Wembley. It's awesome. It's awesome. See you at Wembley. It's gonna go down at Wembley, guys. It's gonna be great. All In cannot be here soon enough. I mean, time's ticking. Cannot wait. We got 3 more days to go for All In. So excited, so ready for it. Gary says, I still like the... I see you, Gary. I see you. Keep cockroaches away from me. That's like my worst nightmare, to have a cockroach in my room. It's like my worst nightmare. I cannot. I hate cockroaches more than anything else in this world. I cannot stand. Ever since I was a little kid, I've had this phobia of cockroaches. I cannot deal with them. I just cannot. Anyways, here we are now. A nice video package, a promo for this Sunday, August 27th. All In. Oh yeah. MJF and Cole is going to be awesome. By the way, how long has it been since we've been watching the... Oh my goodness. You know what, guys? It's not very often whenever I look at the time and I'm like, wow, time flew by tonight. Did not realize it. And we've been watching this show for about an hour and 30 minutes. That's about 90 minutes. Does not feel like it. Literally. Does not feel like it. That's crazy. Yeah, tonight's show has been just quick. And that's because the show has been good. A quick show usually means a good quality show. Still, there's a lot to go down here. We've already seen a lot happen tonight. We saw the FTR Bucks face-to-face, Moxley Phoenix. We saw the tag team match, great tag team match between Allen, Vane, and of course Swerve Strickland, AR Fox. We saw a little bit of action with the Elite. You know, you expect that stuff with the Elite. Renee Paquette sat down with MJF and Cole. We saw the contract signed between Chris Jericho and Will Ospreay. Now the moment that everybody has been waiting for. I know Jay's been waiting for it. I know Ricky's waiting for it. I know True's waiting for it. Broman's here for it. Sky Blue is about to come on. Andy's waiting for it. Everybody else is. Run DMG is, I guess. But Sky Blue is about to come out against Ruby Soho. Gary says, AJ, you wouldn't like South Florida at all. Wait. Really? There's a lot of cockroaches over there? Oh, dear. That's terrible. I cannot. Like, I'm not even kidding, Gary. I'm not making this... Gary, are you waiting for Sky Blue too? I see. All right. And we got Ricky. Ricky's not holding... Ricky's got no filters. Ricky says, booty Sky Blue time. All right, Ricky. Going all out for Sky Blue. And yeah, that's right. Yep. Andy, I see ya. But we've got Sky Blue versus Ruby Soho still to come. And after that, we got the main event. That's going to be Aussie Open versus the Hardys. The ROH World Tag Team titles on the line in the main event of the night. James, the AEW chant. That's right. It's a rightful chant because tonight AEW has been fantastic. And I'm getting an Impact Wrestling video package right now because AEW and Impact, they air on the same channel here. Also, you know, Discovery Plus itself. So... that's why I'm getting an Impact Wrestling video package right now. But if we don't get Impact like live, we only get it pre-taped, pre-recorded. We don't get it live. So that's the bad part. Yeah. But James says I've been pretty tired lately. I've not been getting as much sleep as I used to, especially on Mondays. I used to get 3 extra hours of sleep, but now I don't. I was about to fall for the comment, and I was about to tell James the importance of sleep. And then I see that James got me with that Monday night sarcasm. I see you, James. All right, I see you. A lot helps. A lot some Sky Blue. I know, bro, man. That's why you here. You here for some Sky Blue. I see. By the way, it's so funny. It tells you how much each and every letter means in our life, guys. I'll give you an example right now. Okay, I'll give you an example right now. If I go to, let's say, sorry, 1 second. Let's see. So if I go, right, if I go to Google, and if I Google Sky Blue, right, it gives me this. It gives me blue sky. But then if I add an E, right, and it makes all the difference. It tells you the importance of every single letter, guys. Nobody has ever taught me the importance of every single letter as Sky Blue has. Yes, that's right. Safe search blurring is on. Thanks God for that. Okay. I wonder, why did Google need to mention that? Alright, anyways. We got Sky Blue teaching us the importance of every single letter. Let's see. That is so random, by the way. I know, right? I know. That's right. Let's see. NXT chance once again. I like that. Does anybody think that Saraya will win? You know, she's the hometown hero once again in this case, in this scenario too. So I feel like she could very well possible. Do you think so, Gary? Let me know. We got Andy, fist bump, Ricky fist bump to Andy. I like that. No fist bumps for me, I see. Broman says now add booty at the... Broman wants me to get banned from YouTube, basically. I see you, Broman. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to be looking up no booties, Broman. No. Did you not see my safe search blurring is on? That's right. And now we're here, Sky Blue, making it personal, going after Ruby Soho very quickly, right as she was making her entrance. Ruby Soho now in trouble. Sky Blue is not going to hold back here to bully. She's not going to, sit down and let bullies do their thing. She's going to fight back. She's going to stand up against bullies. Yep. And here we are. By the way, guys, do you remember the whole campaign that was once a time? That was, I believe, stand up for WWE. Do you guys remember the whole campaign? It's crazy how time flies, right? It's insane. We had a whole campaign for it. If you go to WWE.com, you'll still see it. It says WWE sets the record straight about Hartford contract post response to July 12th editorial stand up for WWE. WWE response to column. They had like merchandise and everything for the company. They did the whole movement that was about standing up for the WWE. WWE defends itself. Fans stand up. It was a whole movement that they started. When this whole thing was happening, I was still like more or less a casual fan. I was still kind of new to the company and wrestling in general, so I did not get the idea for it, right? I was still a fan, but I did not really get the idea. But recently, actually not recently, but a few years ago, I looked more into it. Turns out that a politician apparently made some disparaging comments about the WWE, about how it promotes not a very good culture, how it has strippers or adult performers in the ring, live audience, whatnot. They made some disparaging and pretty bad defaming comments about the company, to which the WWE fought back pretty strongly and spoke out about wrestlers and athletes and stood up for themselves and asked the fans to stand up in support of the company. And that's why the whole movement that was stand up for the WWE. Yeah. Crazy. Alright, let's see. What else do we have happening in the ring right now? Ruby Soho running over to Sky Blue. Sky Blue getting out of the way. Going over to Ruby Soho. Soho with an elbow strike to Sky Blue. Sky Blue throwing her over the top rope towards the apron. Ruby on the apron at the moment. Sky Blue running over. Knee strike to the face. Winted CM Punk. And Ruby Soho collapses down to the ringside area. Sky Blue is about to go for the big kick to the head. Ruby Soho gets out of the way. Sky Blue now one more time flying down on Soho. Soho down. Sky Blue in control. I like that. I definitely like that. Yep. It's great. It's great. Once again, Ruby Soho grabs Sky Blue from the hair, pulls her up to her feet. Yep. She is in control right now. Climbing the top turnbuckle. Of course, Ruby Soho was trying to pull a number on Sky Blue, talking to the referee, telling him about a certain injury or something, before, of course, pulling a number on Sky Blue, running over to her, and just grabbing her, tossing her on the top turnbuckle. Sky Blue now in trouble, the tables have turned around. Gary says, AEW Women's Division needs some help, and I think Saraya can give you the... She will definitely give them a lot of exposure, right? She'll bring a lot more eyes to the product, absolutely. And the women's roster is great in AEW. I think you've got a lot of talented women over here. The women's roster in AEW now is better than ever, without a doubt. There was a period when they struggled, but now the struggle doesn't exist. Sure, maybe some exposure, why not? Definitely, why not? But Saraya becoming the champion, the locker room leader, would not be a bad idea. Ryu and Sky Blue should join forces, says Andy. I would not mind that at all, Andy. I'd like that. And now Ruby Soho once again grabbing Sky Blue from the hair, pulling her up to her feet here. Sky Blue rolling her over for the cover, but Ruby Soho once again with the kick out. Oh my goodness, big clothesline, knocking her out straight. Going for the cover again. It's a 1, it's a 2, and a kick out again, guys. That's right. Ruby stays in control. Clapping. The fans are clapping for Sky Blue in support of her, trying to get her back to her feet here, trying to get the momentum on her side. That's right. Guys, by the way, also a disclaimer out there. Next week, following All In, is a festive week over here in India. So for that reason, next week I will be occupied and I will not be available. So we're not going to be meeting on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday next week. I'll be meeting you guys for the Raw the week after. So I'll be taking a break next week because we've got like a festive season going on here. But I'll be giving you guys updates, messaging you guys. I'll be staying in touch. But next week, I'm not going to be here myself. So just letting you guys know early. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for understanding. Thanks for the love. But I'll be seeing you the week after. Yeah. So, but All In is going to be a party. That's right. Have you eaten anything good lately recently? James, brother. You know it, brother. I love food. I love some good food. But as I said before, my favorite, when you talk about Indian food, is paneer. That's like my number one. Have you tried paneer, James? I think you have, right? I think you have. That's like, I had paneer recently, like last night. As recent as last night. And Sky Blue now thrown over the top rope. On the apron she goes, and now to the top turnbuckle. Ruby Soho dazed, dizzy, and Sky Blue, beautiful, beautiful crossbody there. Flying down Ruby Soho in trouble, going for the cover, and she kicks out. You got So You Won't Be on here for the whole week. Have fun, H. Sorry about that, my brother Randy, but I'll be here the week after, and forever after that. But sorry about, I know, the whole week, right? But it's only 3 days if you think about it. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'll be here the week after, guys. Sky Blue, she looks like, I'll miss you too, Andy. I'll miss everybody. Thank you for the love. Sky Blue, she looks like Cora Jade Booty. Oh my, Ricky, we gotta stay. Lots of booty comments here, Ricky. I tell you that. And now we got a cover on Sky Blue's, turning it around. Sky Blue going for the cover on Soho. Soho kicking out. Now they're going back and forth. Sky Blue getting up once again. Cover on Soho. Soho kicks out, and now cover on Blue. It's a 1-2 and a kick out again. The match continues. No, Ricky, that's okay. You can go out there. It's alright. As long as it's respectful, it's okay. And here we are now, kick to the top of the head. Ruby Soho in trouble. Sky Blue catches her and sends her down hard, face first into the mat, going for the cover on Blue. It's a 1, it's a 2, and Blue kicks out again. I want to see the bunny. Well, I know, Andy, me too. It's been a while since we've seen the bunny. I think the last time we saw the bunny on AEW TV was like 3 weeks ago, right? Or 2 weeks ago. Been a while. Yeah, bunny should be used better, I feel. Yeah. Andy with a fist bump to Ricky. Okay, and Sky Blue is going to go for the big one on Ruby Soho. Ruby Soho one more time, getting away. Kick to the chest of Sky Blue. Sky Blue dazed. Super kick to Ruby Soho. Ruby Soho dazed, dizzy. Going over to Sky Blue. Sky Blue grabs her, rolls her up for the cover. It's a 1, and Ruby Soho kicks out. One more time, Sky Blue hit in the head. Blue dazed, dizzy. Ruby Soho grabs her. Oh, don't tell me that Ruby Soho's going to win, guys. Do not tell me that. No. It's not happening, right? Ruby Soho gets her flowers and the wins. Blue looks blown up and tired of the You're right, True. I noticed it as well, you know. I noticed it as well. So, yeah, I agree with that. Ruby Soho gets the victory, and to be honest, even though it breaks my heart for Sky Blue, I've got to say, maybe the better women got the victory tonight. Ruby Soho deserved it. She fought well tonight. It was a good match. It's one of the better matches of the night. I've got to say, short, but one of the better matches for certain. James is not happy. Look at those angry emojis from James. I see you, James. And Roderick Strong here, hanging out with the embassy. Yeah. Yeah. Poor Roderick Strong. Poor Roddy. Speak Cora Jade. She posted a picture of yesterday of working out. I see, Ricky. I see. That's cool. That's cool. Ricky says, poor Sky Blue. I know everybody's heart right now breaks for Blue. The lovable loser still has our hearts. You know it, brother. You know it. The lovable loser. Yeah, that hurts to read. Is it time to turn Sky Blue heel? I don't want for her to turn heel, you know. The smile on her face should not go away, which it will if she turns heel. So for that reason, I don't want her. By the way, speaking of, you know, beautiful ladies, let's talk about Maxine. Recently, WWE, I believe after Raw, they posted a clip of Maxine and Ludwig crossing paths backstage, and Ludwig once again, you know, approaching the Madame and asking her, you know, to leave Chad Gable and to leave Otis and to join them, To which, of course, Maxine did not entertain his request or, whatever he said, and just walked past by him. But, he did put it out there that Chad Gable and Otis are just using her, trying to manipulate her, doing what he does best. And it seems like he's still not giving up. He seems like he still is persistent on the fact that he wants Maxine to leave the Alpha Academy and join the Imperium. Would you guys like to see that? Let me know. He wants to show her some European elegance. Maxine at this point doesn't seem all too interested, but you never know. You never know. After all, Ludwig is a good-looking man. Possibly even better looking than Otis. Dare I say it, possibly better looking than Otis. So we shall see what happens. And now we are here with the Acclaimed. The only reason why I want Enzo here, if he were to come to AEW, would to have him go up against the Acclaimed in promo battles. That'd be funny. Kingdom should have Roddy join them, says Andy. Yep, without a doubt, brother. I'm not gonna scissor anybody, Ricky. I'm not gonna scissor anybody. No way. And no scissoring around here. Maybe. Oh, it's all black now because the House of Black coming out. We don't have much time left, to be honest. Okay, I thought we were gonna be going straight to the main event with the Jeff Hardy Matt Hardy match, but seems like we've got time for a segment here, so that's interesting. Gotta love the Collision set though, so much better. I love it. And let's see, everyone knows that I'm not a Cora Jade fan, but the other night, when Instagram, she posted for 5 pictures, and after I saw them on, oh my goodness, I needed a cold shower, says James. That is so funny. Really? Okay. I guess we'll have to take a look at what pictures are you guys talking about. Cora Jade. Did not take a look. I believe I don't follow Cora Jade. Probably should change that. But let's see. What picture are you guys talking about? Cora Jade. Now I think... Okay, here we are. I think I know what you guys are talking about. Cool. Alright, guys. Cold shower, I see James. And he says she's gonna join them. That's gonna be another setback for Otis. I know, right? Seems like she will, though. It seems like she's inclined to do it ultimately. We shall see. And Ricky says, I don't blame you, James. Ricky feels, yeah, rumor has it Billy Gunn could be joining the House of Black. Now that is crazy. That's nuts. For Billy Gunn to do that, it would be... I don't know how to say. I don't know how to react. I mean, from going all the way from scissoring to joining these guys and doing the dark stuff with these guys, it will be insanity. I don't know how, but okay, interesting. And it was here we are with the House of Black taking out the Acclaim just like that. Cora Jade has always been on fire. Braun Breaker is the luckiest guy, says Andy. There you are. Okay. Wow. What's happening? What's happening? Oh dear. He's here. Daddy ass is here. That's right. Gun's here. True. That's right. Cora Jade, she is hot, but not Roxanne. Go Roxy. I see you, Ricky. Much love for Roxy. I appreciate that. And Daddy is indeed here. Malachi Black looking different, right? It's Daddy's butt. That's right, Gary. Yep. I don't know, I just realized that Daddy's ass sounds so much more better than Daddy's butt does for some reason. I mean, Daddy ass sounds great, but Daddy's butt does not sound that great. That's crazy. Thanks for that, Gary. Is he gonna wrestle it all in? It seems like he might. Alright. Seems like the House of Black has got their attention. Malachi looks great, by the way, guys. He looks great. He looks so much more sadistic now. He's coming back, guys. He's coming back. The love that Daddy Ass has for the Acclaimed is great. That's nice. Daddy Ass is coming back to wrestle, that's for sure. I bet Gunn was at a bodybuilding competition. Probably true. You say that because of the hair or because of the tan? It's happening. All in. Wembley Stadium. Got a 6-man tag, yeah? That's awesome. Oh, what? He can't be there? Wow. He cannot be there. I'm surprised. I'm very much surprised. New Trios champion. I agree with that too, James. That's right, Ricky. Absolutely. Wow. Wow. Awesome. That is great. I love it. Daddy Ass cannot make the trip, but Billy Gunn, the badass Billy Gunn, is gonna be making the trip, and he's gonna be there and all in. That's great. That is fantastic. All right, let's see. Gary says, I'm trying to keep it PG with Daddy, but I don't know, brother, but maybe the non-PG version here in this case only sounds better. Daddy Ass better than Daddy's butt. All right, that's funny. Gary, thanks for bringing that up again. Julia Hart, since she's joined the House of Black, she's having fun time. She's insanely hot. Yeah, she feels like she's fit in very well with the House of Black, with all the bad. Doesn't talk a lot, doesn't do a lot, but, you know, just her presence adds a lot of value to the House of Black. There's no denying that. The tan and the hair gave it away, yeah. The moment you mentioned bodybuilding, instantly, I too was drawn to the hair and the tan, and I was like, these have to be the points that True must be looking at. It makes sense. It makes sense, indeed. Yeah, but he was gone for 2 weeks. He's coming back now. That's wrestling retirements for you guys. I'm just kidding. Why can't he be there? Well, yeah, badass Billy Gunn is gotta be there. That's why. That's right. Let's see. House of Black better retain. You know, back in the day when I was younger, it was a joke that used to make the runs a lot. This joke used to be the cool joke back in the day, saying that you've never seen me and Batman in the same room. That's because I'm Batman. So, yeah, same way. Daddy S cannot be there because badass Billy Gunn's gotta be there. You haven't seen the two in the same room, right? Together. And how many matches, I don't know if this Batman joke is still relevant though. How many matches we got right for All In? Actually, let's take a look at that, Ricky. 1 second. In total, I believe you've got, if I'm not wrong, I believe you've got about 8 or 9. That's right, we got 9 matches. 9 matches, that's including the pre-show. 8, the main show, and 9 if you want to include the pre-show. So that's that. And here we have the list of matches over here. We got, of course, the pre-show itself is like a banger, right? No doubt about it. And it's going to set the story straight for the main show, for the main event. That's going to be MJF and Cole. The guys who are going to be opening the closing the show are also going to be opening the pre-show, and that's something that you never get to see, right? Maybe with the exception to WrestleMania 30, which also was not the pre-show technically, but still, awesome stuff. Aussie, that's right, James. With that being said, we got about 12 minutes left before the show's going to be over. We all know that the Hardys are not going to win this one, and with that being said, we are now on the commercial break. Talk about a match that means nothing. This match means nothing, and that's why, literally, as the Hardys were coming out, we went to a commercial. I don't know if you guys have got a picture-in-picture. I got a full-on commercial here in Discovery Plus. We got only 2 matches for All Outs, Ricky. Is that right? Only 2? I see. Let's see. Only two is. That's right. We got only two. We got Luchasaurus and Darby Allin, Mira and Powerhouse Hobbs. 2 matches here for All Out. Damn it! All Out taking place September 3rd. Oh dear. September 3rd. September 3rd. Wait a second. Wait. September 3rd is like, what day is it? Wait. What is happening, guys? Sunday, September 3rd. Oh dear, I just realized I was supposed to be taking like a week off next week, and it just hit me that September 3rd. Okay, wow. I was like taking a week. I just hit me. September 3rd is All Out. Okay, we'll have to figure something out for All Out then, because I gotta be here for All Out, right? So the Jack Perry segment was moved to Collision, I saw, says Mr. K9. Yeah, it was not. Yeah, they pulled it early, I believe, because in the final preview for the show, they. You're right. You're actually right about that. You are so right about that, Mr. K9. The Jack Perry segment was actually in the final preview for the night as well. It was there. They had listed it for the night. Jack Perry retires the FTW title. It was supposed to be happening tonight, but it's been moved. Tonight, a lot happened on the show, so it's understandable. It was a very busy show. As I said, it seemed like time just flew by tonight, and that's because how busy the show was. There was so much happening, all bangers after each other, so it's understandable, and it leaves some room for Collision. Collision's got to be a banger, too. And next weekend, that's right, Ricky, Sky Blue deserves better. Thanks for that, Ricky. And James says, Aussie. That's right. Sky Blue deserves better, says Chris. She'll get better. I think she'll get better. With due time, she's gonna get better. Same weekend as Payback. Oh. Oh dear. Guys, you gotta forgive me, right? You gotta forgive me because I'm not gonna be having my studio. I'm gonna be on the road next weekend. And I will not have access to the studio, so you gotta forgive me for the lack of production value. That's gotta be on September 2nd and 3rd, but what can we do? We're gonna be live for Payback. I just said that we're not gonna be live for those nights for the week, but I'll take those words back because I totally forgot that Payback is also the same weekend. I'm gonna be live for September 2nd and 3rd. That's All Out and Payback, but we're not gonna be in the studio. I'm gonna be on the road. So production value is not going to be that great, but forgive me for that. All right, thank you for that, Run DMG, but we're going to have fun anyways. Collision would announce more matches, says True. Yep, definitely. More matches for All Out coming up soon. We also got Dynamite in between. We also got another Collision before we go to All Out, so definitely got to get more matches. I got Hardy's, but Mr. K9, Hardy's not going to win. I don't think so, because if they do, it's going to be very surprising. Jeff cannot travel to the UK because of, the history. That's why he can't travel there. And for that reason, he's probably not going to win tonight because the ROH World Tag Team Champions have to travel to the UK because they've got to be defending their titles at All In pre-show. So they've got to be there. And Andy says, all good, AJ. We still love you, bro. Thank you for that, my brother Andy. I love you back. Blue showed why she's not ready tonight. Yep. AJ IRS stream for All Out and Payback. IRL stream, Ricky. It's a pay-per-view, so I cannot be walking around for. I remember, you guys probably remember once we did an Impact Wrestling watch along, and I was like on the road. I was traveling. Yeah, it was not like we were not talking about Impact Wrestling, but it was live during Impact. It was fun. I was playing some tennis as well. Mobile watch along. That's right, True. I'm not gonna be like on the road. I will be in like a setup. I'll be inside a room because we have to watch the show. If I'm on the road, the connection's not gonna be good if I'm in the car or if I'm walking around. But we're gonna have fun anyways. We're gonna have a good time. I'm not gonna have my studio mic though, so that's sad. But we're gonna make the most of what we have. Thank you for the love again, guys. Sky Blue loses again only when last Friday on Rampage in the tag team match. Yes, Chris, that's right. But she's gonna get better, just like True said. In due time, she's gonna get better, and she's gonna be booked better. And they're wise with that. You don't want to push somebody who's not ready for that push. You know what they say? Don't fly too high on your own supply. You're gonna get burned by the sun. I feel like that applies to wrestlers, especially wrestlers who are new to the company, like Sky Blue. Still new, still hungry, lots of support, which is fantastic. Who wouldn't want that support? But you don't want to be giving her too much exposure for her to just get burned. She should be ready for that. And AJ Stream got crashed next weekend. It got crashed. No. I'm gonna be inside a room, so it won't be crashed. We're gonna be fine. The match will end with shenanigans. Absolutely, we've got way less time for this match to end properly. It's hard for me to see the Hardys losing clean in 5 minutes or less, right? That's gonna be too bad for their legacy. They're not gonna lose clean so easily. It's a great match. Great competitors, Aussie Open, Hardys. It's like a dream match for some, but they're not gonna lose clean. We've got 5 minutes left before the show's wrapping up. It's gonna be shenanigan ending for sure. True, I agree with that. True, Chris says we all saw Sky Fetcher, girlfriend Sky Blue, losing to Ruby Soho. I see Kylie Fetcher. I see. Yeah, that's right, Chris. Yeah. We all saw Sky Blue losing, that's right. And here we are now, Matt Hardy in trouble, Jeff Hardy in trouble, Aussie Open dominating, running over to each other. They want to hit, oh dear, smashing Jeff Hardy into the back of Matt Hardy. That's crazy. That's right, AEW love here in the chat. I like that. Welcome to the stream. And now Aussie Open just mocking Hardy brothers. That is absolutely disrespectful, to say the least. Very disrespectful. Jeff Hardy coming out, a guitar shot over Jeff Hardy says, Jeff Jarrett should come out for the guitar shot. I don't think we're going to see Jeff Jarrett here tonight, Andy, but it would have been nice to see him anyways. We got Matt Hardy walking him over to the barricade, punches straight to the head. Matt Hardy in trouble. Yeah, these guys have not even been in the ring from the very get-go. This match has been like pure chaos all over the ring. Finally, we are in the ring now. Talk about being in the ring. Jeff Hardy now in the ring finally, getting his butt kicked. 5 minutes left again before the show's gonna be over. Yeah, it's gotta be, I don't even know. Jeff Jarrett coming out, I guess. Shall see, Sky Blue has best booty. Chris, to that point, just because she's got the best booty in the locker room doesn't mean that she's gonna be the champion instantly, right? It's gonna take some time, but you know, I know that Ricky can agree with that and Andy can. Yeah, got my new pro wrestling crate today. Really, James? The AEW crate? Absolutely loved it. Got my 2 t-shirts with this month. Got Danielson t-shirt and JY t-shirt along with the. Oh, you got autographs too. That's very cool. And that's what happens with the crates, right? You don't know what to expect. It's a surprise, and you know, it's like, I love surprises, especially, you know, surprises like pro wrestling surprises, because you got the butterflies in the stomach. You don't know what to expect. It's great. I love surprise gifts too. It's awesome, James. It's awesome. And let's see, Chris's Sky Blue is also pretty, absolutely. I saw that AJ too late. I agree. Okay, Ricky. Okay, Andy. Jared is probably in London. Was he doing media? I heard that he was doing media work, right? So could be. That could be right. I believe that I saw him doing some media work or read about it. It could be. Anyways, here we are now. The ROH Tag Team titles on the line. We got 3 minutes left because the show is going to be over, so it's going to be wrapping up very quickly. Alright. Matt Hardy inching closer, wanting to make the tag. Let's see if that's going to be happening. By the way, Cody Rhodes was recently asked if he's going to be watching All In this year, to which he said that he's going to be working that day, but he wishes everybody the best of luck. Sweet response, right? It's true that he's going to be working that day. He's going to be doing a WWE house show later that night, but All In is going to be taking place at 1 p.m. Eastern, so he should have some time to watch All In, and hopefully he does. You know, All In is going to be great. He did media, that's right. Thanks for that, True. I thought I heard about it. I agree too, it's too early for Sky Blue to be champion, says Chris. Yeah, but with due time, she's going to get it. And here we are now. Hot tag mate to Matt Hardy, clothesline, one more time. Yeah, Matt Hardy is not going to pick up the win. It's not happening. The fact that Matt Hardy just got tagged in, you know he's not winning. Adam Cole, I mean, you just got to be glad that the Hardy family or Hardy Open House, whatever that thing was, it's over. Hardy Family House in AEW. It's terrible. All right. Adam Cole and MJF was probably confronting Aussie Open. That'll be nice. That will be nice, actually. But you've got 2 less time here. I don't know if they're going to be going overtime, but you've got 2 minutes left before the show's got to be over, so we shall see. Going for the cover. A kick out. 2 minutes left, and there's a lot of drama still to come. How does this match get over? Do MJF and Cole come out? Does only MJF come out? Some drama still to come here. And Matt Hardy looking for the elbow drop. That's nice to the back of the neck. Matt Hardy getting some traction. Sweet. Go for the delete chance. Alright, guys, with me. Delete, delete, delete. That's right. Kick to the gut, going for the twist of fate. And the turning it around. Matt Hardy not going to go up so easily. Elbow strike to the head here. Matt Hardy taking it back for a second. And now an elbow strike from Matt Hardy over and over again. Overtime. Yeah, seems like it true. We got 1 minute left before the show should wrap up. But seems like it's going to go over time. Especially with TNT and TBS being very happy with AEW. Tony Khan recently mentioned that, holy crap. Matt Hardy with a superplex followed by Jeff Hardy flying from the top. It's going for the cover, and it's a kick. All right. Aussie Open with a save. That's nice. But, TBS officials recently reached out to Tony Khan's dad and told him how AEW is killing it, in the words of Tony Khan. So Tony Khan obviously letting everybody know that TBS TNT very happy with All Elite Wrestling's ratings, their power, and their performance on television so far. Really is. So much so that they recently also made a press release on it, right, on the recent episode of Dynamite. Really did good numbers. And now finally the tag made in Aussie Open, gonna be putting this to an end, it seems. Matt Hardy is down, Jeff Hardy up on the shoulders, kick to the gut, double T move here, followed by, there you are, a finisher. This should be over now. This should be it. Going for the cover on Jeff. It's gotta be it. It's over, guys. No shenanigans, surprisingly. A double T move does it. Don't even go over time. The match is over. Dynamite 9 out of 10, says Chris. I've got to say, tonight's Dynamite was very entertaining. I loved I always love it. I think it's a great sign when you don't realize how the time, flies by quickly. When you don't realize where did the time go, it's a great, great sign. And tonight was one of those nights. I looked at the time and I was like, wow, only 30 minutes of the show left. That's great. Did not even feel like I've been sitting here talking for 90 minutes. Fantastic show. Really, very good show. Very sweet. Go home for All In. I'm ready for the actual pay-per-view to cannot wait to tune in. Wonder if Collision is going to be taped this show this week, says James. I think so. I think Ricky mentioned that tonight, the same night actually, they're going to be taping, Collision, Rampage, as well as ROH. So if that's happening, that's crazy. The fans in attendance are in for a banger if they get to see 4 tapings happening the same night. But Aussie Open victorious, they're going to All In, they're going to UK to fight Cole and MJF. That's that. 7 out of 10 from Ricky. The show was better than Raw. I agree with that totally. And here we are now for the face-off, guys. We're going a little bit over time, actually. And MJF coming out, of course. And Cole. Look at the fans popping. The fans popping here for Cole and MJF. Gotta love that. I'm loving this team, guys. I don't know. I think my heart will break a little bit when I see them fighting at All In. But as a team, I actually am loving these guys. Yeah. When this friendship first started, I was like, come on, this is not gonna last long. But they won me over. But still, Alpha Academy is a better team. Alright, nice face-off. Aussie Open, so much bigger than these two, though. I mean, the comparison is crazy. Alright, let's see. Thank you once again, everybody, for being here. Much love to all of you. Had a great time watching the show. But Aussie Open seems like they're ending the show on a high note. And you know what happens when you end the go-home show on a high note, you're definitely going down on the main show, the pay-per-view, and Aussie Open here ending this on a high note, but, the actual pay-per-view All In, they are definitely going down. Ricky, True says it all the time. True says, okay, this is what's happening. If they are dominating on the go-home, they're going down on in the pay-per-view. That's happening tonight. Or is it not? Wait a second, MJF now clapping. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Adam Cole and MJF fighting back. Well, there goes my theory. But I still feel that these guys are going to win. MJF and Cole are going to win it All In. I think so. Thank you for that, Andy. Thank you. As Dynamite was like copy. And Ricky says, Dynamite only copied NXT from last night. That's okay, Ricky. That's all right. Thank you for that, Ricky. Thank you. I appreciate that. A fantastic show. I'm looking forward to All In. It's going to be a banger of a pay-per-view. That's right. Nice. Definitely went over time tonight, right? At least by 5 minutes. Pretty cool. MJF and Cole on the same page at least right now. Yep. This might not end well. I knew it. I saw it coming. He slipped away, and Adam Cole almost super kicked MJF. MJF grabs his kick and stares down at him with the poker face. The poker face was the funniest part about the whole exchange. He just stared down at him with the poker face. That's so funny. NXT getting some respect back finally. That's right, Andy. It's good to see that. It's great to see that. Ricky with the NXT chance, indeed. Yeah, James. And a face-to-face again, MJF holding up that title high. It's crazy how the two guys are involved in a tag team scene and a one-on-one scene, the main event, at the same time, same pay-per-view, same night. They make history at All In. The biggest wrestling event in recent history. It's crazy. He's got the ring. He's got the ring in his actually on his finger right now. Is he gonna use it? No, he's not. Not yet. Not yet. Yet is the key word here. Not yet. Not yet. That's right. Pretty cool. Gotta say, pretty damn cool. Just James says, just get a room already. All this crap is making me sick. You know, Britt Baker's not gonna let them get a room, brother. That's what's happening here. She's not gonna let them get a room. But pretty damn cool. You know, that's how I felt every time I saw Tay Conti and Sammy Guevara make their way out. And they did get a room, and now Tay Conti's out of action. So that's that. Anyways, much love to everybody. Thank you for being here. Fantastic watching another show with all of you guys. I'll be seeing you, of course, this Friday for SmackDown Rampage, this Saturday for Collision, and Sunday for a banger of All In. We make history. We watch history as it unfolds this Sunday with All In, guys. Thank you for being here, everybody. Take care. Have a good night. Sleep well, my brother. Much love to all of you guys. Have a good night, and I will see you Friday for SmackDown. Take care. Have a good night. Bye-bye. LWO for life. I like that, Ricky. LWO appeared out of nowhere. But okay. Cool, Ricky. Cool. Thank you, Andy. Thanks, James. Thanks, Ricky. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Drew. And all of you guys. Gary, Run DMG, my brothers, Chris, all of you guys. Thank you. James, Mr. K9, Gary, all of you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Burrowman, my brothers. Thank you. Andy, everybody, thank you so much. Have a good night, Ricky. Take care. I'll see you Friday. Take care. Sleep well. Bye-bye.